You know them, you see them every single day on pretty much every corner. Red, yellow, green. Seems simple, right? But what if I told you that humble traffic light is getting a massive, and I mean massive upgrade, that it's about to become one of the smartest things on your street? Okay, let's get into it.
No, really. Just stop and think about that for a second. What if that traffic signal could actually see the morning rush hour building up, or understand that a concert just let out, and then react to it in real time? Well, guess what? That's not science fiction anymore. It's really happening.
And here it is. This sketch basically gives us the blueprint for something called the G2 Modern Traffic Signal System, or MTSS. But look closer. The most important part is that label right at the top, Public Safety System. That phrase right there, that changes everything. This isn't just about directing cars anymore. It's about being a guardian of the intersection.
So, let's pop the hood and see what makes this so much more than just a set of colored lights. We're going to dig into the tech that lets it see, lets it think, and ultimately lets it protect all of us.
And this is the main thing you gotta remember. We're moving way beyond those dumb, pre-programmed timers that just cycle over and over. The G2 system is a huge leap. It's an intelligent, responsive network that has public safety as its #1 job.
Okay, so before we can understand how a whole city grid works together, we've got to zoom way in on just one of these units. Let's take a look inside and see what really makes it tick.
First off, let's talk about resilience. You've been there, right? The power goes out and suddenly the intersection is total chaos. Well, the G2 system has its own internal battery backup. What that means is, even in a blackout, the lights stay on, traffic keeps moving safely, and a whole lot of accidents are avoided.
And it's not just about keeping the lights on. This thing is built like a tank. It's completely weatherproofed, so it's designed to handle brutal heat, snow, pouring rain, whatever you throw at it. For a piece of equipment this critical to public safety, that kind of reliability is it's a must-have.
Okay, so it's tough, it's reliable, that's great. But that's just one side of the coin. It's also designed with the most important part of any city in mind, well, us, people.
And this is the part you'd actually interact with. You've got this super bright, easy-to-read LED display, so there's zero confusion about when it's safe to walk. And yeah, you still have that good old crosswalk button we all know. But here's the cool part. Behind it all, smart controls are actually looking at how many people are waiting and can adjust the crossing time to match.
All right, so we've talked about the hardware, kind of like the body. Now let's get to the brain. This is where the G2 system becomes a total game changer. The AI that lives right there in the intersection.
You see that camera? That's what gives the system its eyes. It's not just for security footage. It's providing a constant, live feed of everything happening on the road. It sees the cars, the trucks, the pedestrians. It sees the whole picture all the time.
So how does seeing the road actually lead to less traffic? It's a pretty cool 4-step loop, actually. 1, the camera captures those live feeds. 2, that video goes straight to the AI engine inside the unit. 3, the AI analyzes everything, how many cars, how fast they're going, if people are waiting to cross. And 4, based on all that, it adjusts the signal timing right then and there. No delay.
And that, right there, is the whole point. This isn't about just changing lights on a schedule. It's about actively managing and crushing gridlock. This is what they mean by AI-based congestion control. It's not just guessing, it's actively managing the flow.
But here's the thing. A single smart light is cool, but the real magic, the real power, happens when they start talking to each other. So let's zoom out and look at how this becomes a citywide conversation. It all happens through something called an MTSS cluster. The best way to think about it is like a team. A cluster is just a group of these G2 systems in one area, all connected, all sharing data, and all working together to manage traffic across several blocks, not just one little corner.
And if you look at the diagram, you can actually see how they're linked up into a cluster. So the signal on Main Street knows what's happening 3 blocks down on Elm Street, and it can prepare for the wave of cars that's about to arrive. This creates a grid that's truly intelligent and coordinated.
So when you put them side by side, the difference is, well, it's night and day. The old traffic light, it was on a dumb timer, totally isolated, and had no idea what was actually happening on the road. The G2 MTSS, it's powered by AI, networked with its neighbors, and makes decisions in real time. It really is the difference between a wind-up clock and a smartwatch.
Okay, that's a lot of tech talk. AI, clusters, backups. But what does all of this incredible technology actually mean for you, for your drive to work, for your walk to the store?
Let's bring it all back home.
So let's break it down. Here's the bottom line. For you, it means you're going to spend less time staring at the bumper in front of you. It means it's going to be safer when you're crossing the street. For the city as a whole, it means building a stronger infrastructure that can handle emergencies. And when you add it all up, it just creates a smarter, better city for every single one of us.
It's pretty amazing, right? It all starts with something as simple as a traffic light that can think. But it really makes you wonder, as our everyday city streets become this intelligent, what will they be able to see and do for us next?